The show is Share with Kamanzi. It is always on sport media that brings you updates about politics, entertainment, lifestyle, and any other business. Today we have a topic to discuss, and it is from one of the best universities in Mbarara, that is none other than Bishop Stuart University, which is located in Kakoba Division, Mbarara City. Uh, the topic is background is from the death that occurred recently, announced by the guild president. It was a Monday evening where he released the document. That document was about the death of their student who was in year one from the education faculty doing education in fine art. The student was known as Mbabazi Kelet. Student's body was found at the Mbarara mortuary, and then the report from the police was that they found this student's body in one of the farms in Bihare, and this body was having a lot of cuttings and a lot of nails hammered in that body, which they say it might have been the cause of the death of that student. So, from that background, we bring you the topic. And specifically, this topic is about the scenario. What happened yesterday, 5th, at Bishop Stuart University, as they were going or they were holding a send-off service or a send-off mass for the deceased. The deceased was a Catholic, and we well know that Bishop Stuart University is an Anglican institution. We have a very, very interesting story for you. With me is one of the students from the Catholic community at Bishop Stuart University. He has the whole scenario. Let us listen from him as we proceed. Mr. Octavius Binevadius.
Thanks to OnSpot Media with the Kamanzi Edbert. My name is Tunanichi Octavius Binevadius. I'm a student at BSU, Bishop Stuart University. I'm pursuing my bachelor's in journalism and mass comm. I've happened to hear about and follow up a story which I may say was disgusting about the death and demise of our comrade Mbabazi Keret. I first of all want to feel sorry to the family of the deceased and his soul, as I pray for it to continue resting in eternal peace. Onto the narrations of a scenario that happened. Now, following the background as he narrated, the Christian Catholic community at Bishop Stuart University decided to have some funeral service, a send-off ceremony for their beloved. Ritually, in the Christian religion, whenever a member is dead or deceases or ceases to life from life, so there is that mass that is always offered by the Catholic Church for the continuity of eternal rest of the soul and body of the deceased.
Yes.
So that's what they were agitating for. Now, it was yesterday when the Catholic community of Bishop Stuart University emerged in a common voice to have that very service.
Yes.
Being it the fact that the campus has got both a Christian, rather a Catholic and Protestant, which I may say Anglican church, within it. Yeah, we have other religions which are, by the way, not into the university. For example, the Muslims pray out of the
University.
main premises.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but now the Christian Catholic community at BSU wanted to use a chance of having their church within campus, which is in the art rooms where the deceased used to study from, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, so they wanted to have that service, but now there happened a scenario at around 3 p.m. the early noon hours,
Yes.
when, as organized by the Catholics, moved from Rika Hostel with the body escorting the body of the deceased into the campus, and in a need that they are pleased, I may say in layman's a father,
Reverend Father.
a reverend father, yeah,
Yes.
was supposed to lead the
The-
funeral service
Mm.
as mandated by the Catholic community.
Yes.
When he reached around campus, first of all, the service was prepared not to happen in the Catholic church. It was shifted to the main hall.
Maybe that was it because of the number of students who might come.
Yeah, possibly it could have been that.
Mm.
Because surely this was a God-loving student and
Yeah, okay.
known to many of us.
Okay.
So now, the Catholic community took a role and prepared the room. I can of then call it church.
Church.
Yeah, because church is where you can gather and pray,
Okay.
as in Catholicism. So now,
Mm.
after organizing everything set for the service, the Reverend Father seated there, order from above comes in, rebuking the action of the Catholic community at BSU. The order notified everyone that the Reverend Father would not lead that funeral service. This was a falling action, the dangerous and most miserable part of it onto the Christian ears. So now, the Reverend Father moves out of church.
Was he forced to?
Yeah, of course, in professional language, when you hear order from above in a Christian institution based on Anglican Church, then there is no need of force than that.
Okay.
Because it has ever happened. This is at least I think the second time I know that these priests or the Reverend Fathers, are stopped from having their services or prayers within around campus. It last time happened when a known prominent father, who is even a parent here at the same campus, was stopped from the main gate. So that was not a surprise.
But then you said you have a Catholic community within the university, and they are allowed to hold prayers every Sunday or any other day they want to hold prayers. They are allowed.
Yeah, they are allowed.
So how comes they do that?
So now I think this was some kind of maybe I may call it a mistake, as to my view. However, I don't know about campus. You could know it's not it's terminating their rituals, or because we don't have providence of it that in the campus rules and regulations, this one is not supposed to lead a prayer within around campus. Because if then, why is the church inside the campus? So now a Reverend Father moves out of service.
Moves out.
Yeah, of pre-service. Actually, it had not officially begun. It was set for beginning, but not begun already. So the father moves out. The Catholic members, not all of them.
So before you go further, who comes with that order? Who was sent with that order? Who was sent?
Yeah, of course. Every religious information in BSU specifically is portrayed, is provided by the chaplain, of course.
Chaplain.
Yeah, the chaplain leads that session of bringing that information.
Okay.
That's why, if it is all about maybe if it was asking for whether the father would move on or not, the chaplain was to be used.
Okay.
So, many people, including Catholics and non-Catholics, were not satisfied with what went on. They were misered and decided to move out of the main hall. Can you imagine? Moved out of the main hall.
Left the body there?
Definitely. Though not everyone.
Okay.
Yeah, but those people who felt touched had to move out and leave the service to be led by the Anglican leaders, as they had suggested. So now, I think that was not good for maybe the Catholic Church, because actually the Reverend Father led his group of people, the Catholics, and some a few well-wishers, blessed them beside his campus, like in campus premises, though not in the main hall.
Okay.
That means the Reverend Father was to some extent to some extent, he reasoned out that there shouldn't any bad action that should have taken place within campus. He briefed his Catholics, fellow Catholics, and other few non-Catholics to keep calm and wait for whatever. So that's why we had some other members who had left still come again and just be part
So
of the service.
maybe he told them you can go back and proceed.
Yeah.
Okay. So after students allowed the Anglican Church to take over.
Yeah, so the
the
Anglican
service.
Church now leads the service till the end, and
I was, because I'm also a student at Bishop Stuart University, I was on social media, most especially WhatsApp, in the WhatsApp groups where students share different information, and I saw students too bitter to an extent of maybe thinking, should we think the Catholics are the majority at Bishop Stuart University, or the Anglican students didn't want to talk? Because I saw social media, WhatsApp groups full of disappointments. Should we think the Catholics are the majority, or also the Anglicans were also touched and they felt it was a bad act?
yeah, so at times, realism is some kind of good ideal among the real people. So in a united society, this segregative idea is some kind of dangerous opportunity. That's why I'm obliged to say they are not only Catholics that rose against the recent action. That's why you will find even Protestants are decampaigning, the Muslims are decampaigning. The seventh day. We have actually very many religions around campus, but so far every religion has disgraced this action.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, to Bishop Stuart University as an Anglican founded institution, which to the students, which picture has it painted itself as an institution? Okay, I can say as the administration that decided to do such an act. Which picture has it painted to the students, to the community at large, to the people of Rukunjiri, the parents and the relatives of the deceased, to allow, to stop the church? Okay, this one was a Catholic, is a believer, and you know the culture, the rituals and the norms of the Catholics. So what do you think? What is the picture that BSU portrayed to these people?
Yeah, so I think that picture portrayed within the Catholic community, in and outside campus, in and west and out of Western Uganda, not only in Mbarara,
Not only,
is
yeah.
some kind of bad image, because you can't imagine someone travels from he was actually from Kanyankuse in Rukunjiri. So someone travels
The
from
Reverend Father?
No, the deceased.
The deceased, yeah.
So someone travels from Kanyanku, Rukunjiri, to Mbarara, joins the campus, which is showing some kind of discrimination. It is actually not good.
It is actually not good.
Yeah, so obviously I submit that the image within the Catholic community, not actually only Catholics, but within the society outside there, is not
It
good.
was a very bad image.
Yeah, it is actually not
So now, do you think the chaplain, could you think to some extent the chaplain acted according to the rules? Okay, when you were being admitted at Bishop Stuart University, is there a provision that something like that, holding a send-off mass for a deceased who is a Catholic, is there a provision that stops that to happen? Should we think the chaplain was following that provision, that rule? So because I'm also asking myself, how did the Catholic community start organizing such a mass without being granted permission from the chaplain?
Yeah, the consent, sometimes we say every river has gotten a source. So now there must be a source beyond the chaplain from which that order came from.
Okay.
Because service delivery in such big institutions is always based on chronological hierarchies. That's why you see even now, this is not a decision for a specific individual. It is a decision for the majority of those leaders there, the hierarchy. I mean, it is within their system. Because what I need people to know, the campus was aware of the service. That's why it even had to release some flyer talking about how it has heard and learned about the death of their student from so and so, called the RIP Mbabazi Keret, and published that, shared it everywhere. So that means obviously the campus was aware of the service, because on the same flyer there was time indicated that the funeral service was to be held on 5th of March, this very month, 2024. Actually, even the time that was indicated was I think 1:30 p.m. That is early noon time. Yeah, that's early noon time. And within the schedule, the venue was main hall. That's why I can't say maybe leaving out Catholic Church was some kind of bad idea because of the expected population. But then, now here comes a scenario when a reverend father comes and is disgranted the opportunity to do the service. So now you imagine which kind of prayer was prayed for the deceased, who was a Catholic and whose send-off prayer was led by the Protestant church. See, these things don't connect.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, according to what happened, according to the scenario, the students were so disappointed, they were so bitter. Where does this leave the Catholic community at Bishop Stuart University?
Yeah, now the image of the Catholicism at BSU is obviously decomposing a bit. Because if now this can fall into ears of people in Kanyanku cell, now bringing a Catholic student with some kind of different story. But still, everything has an end. If now campus can come out and have some big say about why the decision was made,
yes.
I think that can convince the society outside. Because what I urge people to know is that this has not been of a bad image onto the Christian society alone. It is affecting everyone out there. Whether you're a Muslim, whether you're a Seventh Day, whether you are a pagan, you would have a student, or you yourself, or you would have a parent studying here. The same scenario happens. You're in misery. Now this is double misery.
Okay, so as an African, as according to the culture, because do you think that this is, don't you think it is dividing people who would be together, who would be family as Africans? Don't you think religions are now dividing people?
Yeah, now I don't blame religions for dividing people. What I blame now is a group of individuals who misconceive the mandates of different religions and impact a negative way forward into the society. Because now, I don't think the diocese, is it the Western Anchorage Diocese?
Of the Anglican?
Yeah.
Yeah, Western Anchorage.
Yeah, I don't think that sort of should be blamed for that, because you could find it knows nothing about the scenario. Now, if it was to blame the religions, then it would be from above, from the diocese, from the archdiocese.
It's actually Anchorage Diocese that runs the institution. Yes.
So now, I don't think Anchorage Diocese heard about this and made that decision. If it so happens that it is that way, then I can blame a diocese, not even a religion, because a religion is not Ugandan, is not in Mbarara, but it is international. It is actually, I may say, it is worldly.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why I can't blame a religion.
So as a Catholic, do you think don't you think the Anglicans, so the Anglican leaders, who did this, don't you think they were also maybe treated like that in your institutions?
Yeah, obviously that is an expected ideal, but which I think is not defensively factual, because if that happened, then we would have had people come out and say, Reverend, this and this has gone to, let's say, this Christian university, Catholic based, and has been chased.
Okay, but
we have not heard about that.
Okay. So, does this show that maybe at Bishop Stuart University, other religions are not catered for?
Yeah, it is not that other religions are not catered for, but there is some kind of angering around. So that's why the portrayal of the recent scenario can really tell that there is some kind of angering.
Okay. So the burial was today, and I expect the staff to have also gone for the burial. Not so?
Yeah.
I expect the staff to have also gone for the burial. But right about now, we don't know what the Catholic community is doing next. For example, now, who is representing them, what do you ask from the administration, from the BSU chaplaincy? What could you ask for them to do for the on what happened? What do you ask them to do now? Like, how do you want them to act? How do you want them to address this issue?
Yeah, you see, we have gotten some kind of I may say drinks or food, whatever. You see, when you get a cup of milk and you just drop one drop of blood, it is no longer milk.
Yeah.
But there is a providence that you can still drink that milk. Yeah. So now, honestly, as I said, the image within the Catholics is not fine. But there is still, because these are religious-based institutions and religious people. So there is a chance that religions believe in asking for forgiveness and being forgiven, and the other way around. I may not say the campus should come up and apologize
to the Catholic community.
That is supposed to be by their will. Yeah, but then if it was done, it would at least convey that the campus was concerned about that, or else if not that, then that will mean the action was intentionally done.
So you mean if the chaplain keeps quiet and doesn't come out to address this issue, it means it was intentionally done? Totally, they don't want the Catholic community to do anything like that in their university?
Yeah, to the Catholic community, if there is nothing like a memo about that, that means the ideal was passed on with an intention. And the Catholics now may decide to stay or not, but what the fact is, they will not be very happy with this action. And again, to the campus, to the institution. Personally, being a Catholic, I request, actually not on the mandate of being a Catholic, but being
as a concerned student, as
a free native, a free student, and a free Ugandan by nationality. How I wish campus would lay out and erase all discriminative impacts and actions within the religions around campus. Actually, not only BSU. If out there is any institution, campus or society or personal individual who believes in religious discrimination, I think is evil.
You think it's evil?
Yeah.
Religious, you called it religious discrimination. So this act was portraying religious
discrimination.
Okay, so what message do you give to the Catholic community at Bishop Stuart University?
Yeah, now to my fellow Catholics around there, not only BSU but around the campus and wherever within the country, outside country, I request, for example, we are in Lent period.
Yes.
I may use that chance.
Okay.
That I request we can keep calm. There is nothing that happens without a reason, and still, everything that happens has an end. So we can still have an end to this discontents, the misery, as we continue to pray for the soul of the deceased R.I.P. Mbabazi
Kelet, yes.
to continue resting in peace.
Okay, thank you, Octavius Bin Evadias, for your time. Thank you, our dear viewers, for watching on Sport Media. The show has been shared with Kamanzi, and it is with me, Kamanzi Edibert. Thank you so much.